Okay, so I'm checking something out for right now. I'm gonna see how this goes. I have officially changed up certain things on my channel, and I'm gonna see how it turns out. I'm just doing it for fun right now, and I've added like another link with regards to a TikTok and like a PayPal link, because I'm thinking to myself, well, if someone really likes what I do. Now I was sitting and was sleeping at home and say, well, if someone really likes what I do, even though my videos are sometimes crappy as hell, and every now and again, my stream dies. But if they get good information, even from something that's 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even a full hour, or if they find something entertaining about the channel, no matter what that is, or they find useful information about the channel that they wouldn't get anywhere else, or they find certain truth based on me playing this game that they wouldn't get anywhere else, they can support if they want to. That's why I put under the link support if you feel. So that's why I did that. Like, it's not there because it's important, it's just there because I think it's past due that I get, you know, I get on the bandwagon and realize, like, okay, there's so much I could do freely before I start thinking to myself, well, I have my own work I'm doing on the side, and I sometimes spend way too much time gaming. So, maybe every now and again, if someone wants to do something for me freely, they can, and I return the favor by just giving them useful information or playing games that they wouldn't have necessarily buy, just to see if it's truthful, and also to not add fluff, because those streamer types are always about wondering if they're gonna get drop in numbers and all that. Man, I don't give, that ain't me. Like, listen, if you can't make your life in one way, there's other ways to make your life in. If you dedicate most of your time to one thing and you can't afford to lose that one thing, then there's something wrong there. That's like going for years in Neverwinter and realize, if I delete Neverwinter, that's so much time and effort lost, which is kind of true. But life doesn't end if you don't fuck with Neverwinter anymore. So, yeah. So now I'm going to do this. Now I put a stream elements link every time a bot in here every time I go online. I wonder. Okay. And it's linked to my YouTube. It says look over, okay. And I will have to see how that works out. If it's not working, I don't know. There are several things I did. So this is certain things are new to me for this year, but I'm slowly but surely going through process. So I'm gonna do a rough play of this. I'm gonna first check out the game and see how it is. Tutorial, customization, intro video. So first thing I'll do the intro video and see how it is. At the moment, the main menu is very user friendly and very good, but the music is loud as hell. So 1 point off for the music. The standard beginning music is loud as is loud as hell. You would have to turn up the volume of your headphones just to speak over the music. That's the thing a lot of gamers, or should I say people who make games, get wrong. But like, don't these people realize you're trying to talk in a streaming? But like, they're blasting the music and shit. A person could always turn up their volume, but they never want to, the moment they start a stream, have to turn down the music because it's loud as hell. Yeah, so that's one thing. So let's see. We have languages, we have field of view. A good field of view is always good in survival horror games. Brightness of HUD is also very important. Game messages enable, administration enable, A language at default in English, and let's see what else we have. Save that. Let's go to audio now. The music is loud as balls. Okay, I believe that's good enough for right now. The effects might be a little brutal going in. So I think this is good for where it is right now. Nope, but all of a sudden that didn't do anything. That's strange. Oh, I didn't apply it. Okay, so he didn't listen to me. Okay. So we'll see how Stream Stream Elements bot works with regards to me adding it in here, if it works at all or if I did it right, or certain things I change up with regards to the channel. So this is our first time playing DayZ, and I'm gonna see how it works out. Now, even though I'm a streamer, I don't have quality stuff. Like, I didn't come from no middle class or upper class family. Be like, nah. And I ain't dealing no drugs to get better equipment and all that shit. Be like, and get your ass out of here. If criminal way is the way to move forward in life, you know, hustle, sell that guap, you know, go fuck yourselves. Be like, you're ashamed of society. That's what that shit is. Like, ain't nobody gonna respect no famous person or someone who became rich off some shit that they did. Not now, not ever. Hell, long after they're dead, people are still gonna be shitting on you. Like, people are still gonna be shitting on Gordon Ramsay long after he's dead, and Diddy long after he's dead, and Jay-Z long after he's dead. Like, he's dead, and be like, you do shitty stuff, Martha Stewart as well, you do shitty stuff, famous or not, your ass is going to be known as famous, but you're going to carry this huge anvil of shame on you for the rest of your life. Nobody's really going to respect you. They're going to respect your hustle, but beyond that, they're not going to really respect you. So kind of question the reason why the hustle to begin with, if at the end you don't get respect. Like if you want to enforce respect with power, then you're really gonna be up shit's creek, because then people are gonna start fearing you, and then that means people are gonna start alienating themselves from you and can't wait for you to go down. Can't wait for you to go down, like a whole Tate thing. They will can't wait. Or like those two brothers that fight and be like, can't wait for those fuckers to fail. Because everyone knows they always fight people who are easy to beat or easy to control. They don't like the challenge to test their self, to break themselves to a limit. Because if they break themselves, they won't have a future to continue to fight. Which is a smart thing, but how would you know you could actually fight and beat someone if you never push yourself to the limit? Like, how would you know if you actually kick someone's ass? Like, if these two fuckers were put in a war situation, would you think either of them would survive? Nope, both of them would be dead. Because they would be against an aggressive opponent that would straight up kill, not try to. There's no equivalent in war. That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. There is no equivalent in war. The enemy doesn't give a shit how strong you are, how fast you are, how speedy you are, how much die hard you are, how many people's asses you could kick. One bullet and that's the end of you. That's why I laugh at those clowns. This is the intro video, then I'll go through the rest of the stuff. So far everything is user friendly and very good. Very reminiscent of Remnant from the Ashes.
Hey. Hey, are you okay?
Do you copy? Over. Please respond.
You better not be dead, man. Over.
He is. He's dead.
Oh, shit. I had mighty good feeling about him. You kill him?
What? No. Absolutely not. Why would... Listen, you have to make a call. I need help.
Sure, we all need help around here.
This isn't funny. Call someone, please.
Oh boy. Let me be the first to officially welcome you to the end. The uncivilization.
What are you on about?
We're in a shitstorm, brother. And the forecast ain't about to change anytime soon. Society has imploded, and now it's every man for himself.
What? You're fucking crazy.
And you sound like my first wife. But I was prepared, and I survived. Listen, kid. Take a long, hard look at our friend. That's gonna be you, very soon. Unless you get your shit together and find a way to survive. You copy that?
What do I do?
Well, you can start by checking the poor bastard for supplies. He won't be needing them anymore.
Yes, he's got a gun. It's empty. It's fucking empty. Fuck! What now?
You stay alive. Top priorities: avoid dehydration, avoid hunger, always be on the lookout for food and drink. And find a weapon that don't rely on ammo.
There's a house.
Yeah, it's probably been ransacked already. But if you're lucky, you might find something useful. You got two choices. Option one, stay near the coast and stock up on supplies. But be warned, there's a lot of activity in those parts, and you might bump into hostiles.
And option two?
Head inland ASAP. But get lost out here without supplies and, well, you're fucked.
Can't believe this is happening.
And a word of advice, be wary of built-up areas. Sure, there's more to loot, but other survivors will flock to them like flies to shit.
So, like, risk versus reward.
Yeah, with the emphasis on risk.
Okay. I'm here. Heading inside.
Keep an eye out for decent clothing. Weather around here can be unpredictable. Exposure is sure as hell a shitty way to go.
There's a crowbar.
That should do the job. You won't find much ammo around here, so melee weapons are usually the way to go. Quieter too.
Do you think I'll have to... What the fuck was that?
What was what?
There's a really creepy sound coming from the back room.
Fuck. I would advise a retreat.
Oh, shit!
If you can hear me, go for the head. If you ain't dead,
Fucker!
please,
Come on!
please respond. Damn. It was nice knowing you, kid.
Piece of shit! What the fuck was that?
Thought I lost you there, son. Meet the infected. Majority population of Chernarus. Best to avoid in the future.
Fuck. I'm bleeding. I'm fucking bleeding.
All right, all right. Keep your panties on, Dorothy. Just gotta patch yourself up quickly. You got a bandage?
No.
Okay. Then find something sharp and tear your shirt into rags.
Where do I go now? What do I do?
Like I said, try and stay alive. You can navigate using signs and landmarks, and Chernarus has a lot of tourist trails. Oh, and if you're lucky enough to stumble upon a map...
Yeah? Do you copy?
So that was the intro of DayZ. It was just an intro, wasn't a tutorial. Basically what you're supposed to do is find a weapon that doesn't depend on ammo. Check. 2, make sure you're not in populated areas where there are a lot of other players, because risk equals reward, which means there are going to be a lot of good guns and stuff there, but there's going to be a lot of players trying to get those things, which means they're going to die a lot. 3, congestion with regards to zombies are also going to be in certain places, and you can probably see them on the map. 4, when you get hurt, You have to wrap your bandage, tear a shirt off, tear something, make sure you have a knife on you. That was the intro video. Now on to tutorial. So far, it's a very interesting intro, very education. It's a bit of a tutorial itself, but it's not the tutorial. So the game is very good at the start. It's very funny at the start as well. Okay, this is the tutorial. Health system, melee guns, infected, inventory, loot. Okay, wait, what? Hydration indicator. Okay, check. Hydration indicator. Once it's in the yellow, it means your hydration is low. It shows a bottle. Okay. Calorie indicator. Basically an apple. Once it's in the red, it says very strong decreasing tendency. Once it's very low. Okay. Thermal comfort indicator. Okay, so once the temperature start, I'm assuming once the temperature start dropping, or from what it's showing, once the temperature start increasing, the thermometer goes up. It's a bad thing. Okay, so it should be low. Blood level indicator. Okay, either this means one or two things. That the moment this pops up, it means I'm bleeding out in the indication, or if it's there, it means I'm good. Health indicator. Okay, these are all going to be things that are present in the HUD. Okay. Continue. A sucky thing too. Texts are kind of small. I had to move up in my seat a little just to see the thing. So first thing that's bad was the fact that I had to decrease the sound of the game because it was very high, and now the text. The text for in-game indication of the tutorial is bad. Hold. See, I can't even see what it's saying. I'm assuming it's saying R3 or R2. I can't tell. It's so damn small. To enter combat scene, then press R2. So L2 enters combat stance. L2 enters combat stance. R1 uses the attack. So L2 and R1 for melee. Okay, so this was health indicator first, health system. This is melee next. So those are good, but the size of the text for the systems in game for the tutorial is bad. Okay. Triangle to perform a heavy attack. Okay. So triangle is like a special move. So standard hitting is to hold down on the L2 and then to swing rapidly with the R2 like you're shooting a gun, but you're using a melee weapon. And then every now and again you press triangle button to do a heavy attack. Okay. Melee weapons are silent and don't require any ammo. Always carry one. Check. I must always have a melee weapon, no matter what. Many items can be used as melee weapons. Get creative. Okay. So that basically means one or two things. I could just carry a bunch of them and switch them back and forth depending on the situation. Long range, short range, stabby, blunt. Or it could be like a Dead Island situation where I could craft them into something more creative. If it's a craft into something more creative, that's very interesting. Guns. Same thing. L2 to aim. And swapping is pressing down on the R3 button. Can't even see that it's R3 or not because it sucks. Firearms have a variety of attachments like scopes, silencers. I'm going to be looking for silencer. Ammo is very scarce in DayZ. Make every shot count. Alright. That's why it tells you not to depend on weapons, because ammo is very scarce. So DayZ is mostly about killing using your melee weapons and only using your weapons when it's necessary. However, weapons that make sound are going to probably attract zombies. And you want to attract zombies probably when other players are around that are trying to kill you. So that's the time to take the silencer off, I guess. Alright, infected. Infected are vicious and will attack you at first sight. One is a problem, multiplies. Okay, one is a problem. Multiple are death sentence. Okay, so one zombie becomes a problem. You can shoot them in the leg, head, arms. If we're talking about fast zombies, it would make sense that one is a problem. If we're talking about slow zombies, then one is not a problem. Now, if we're talking about groups of zombies that are fast, then I guess you're screwed. Then they're considered infected, not zombies, so I'm assuming that they're all fast. Okay, so just like Evil Within, stealth is the best way to kill an enemy that's super strong. Which tells me one other thing, that my character is probably weak as shit. For the reason why a zombie would be much stronger than me. Just like Castellanos, the infected are probably much stronger than you are. So 1 or 2 zombies on the field, no problem. A group of them, like 4 or 5 of them, I'm screwed. Okay. Wait, I'm not done. Okay, inventory. Vicinity. Vicinity corresponds to your surroundings. Okay. You can find loot here, but also more complex objects which may require crafting and additional components. So I'm guessing on the map it would state the vicinity I'm in. I'm not sure how that works. Stamina meters indicates how far you can sprint. Okay, that's kind of self-explanatory. More weight you carry, the less stamina you have. So basically, I want to consider carrying about medium to light armor. So I want to carry heavy armor to stop bullets and damage, but I want to carry light ammunition and light supplies. Okay, so there's 2 things I could go with: lots of supplies and heavy armor, but carry only 2 weapons, or medium supplies, medium armor, and still carry 2 weapons. That way I'm still fast. So medium to light is about, so the only thing that makes sense is to carry good armor, less supplies, and assuming that a lot of the area has supplies. So good armor is the best choice, and carrying weapons that are not as heavy is also best choice. All equipment, clothes, weapons listed below. Cargo capacity which can be used to carry others. Okay. So combining stuff will be very important, so I could lessen the weight that's on my body, but still has the combination, especially for nutrients. If I could combine food together and increase the nutrient capacity, I don't have to worry about carrying a lot of food. Or like wearing sneakers. If I could wear sneakers instead of wearing boots, or sprinting shoes instead of regular sneakers, I'll do that. For right now, I believe I should take body armor, and just for my chest and for my head. I can't run if I get shot in the leg though. So I think the best option is body armor for chest and for the legs, and hoping that no one is good at headshots, which it probably will be. So, but I wonder if I get one shot in the head, that's done, so done. So maybe I should get body armor for head, and then for the leg, and then. But if I get shot in the chest, that's a heart rate thing. So chest and head first, I believe, might be a best decision. Okay, loot. Yep. Okay, so that's basically it for the tutorial and for the intro video. So intro video was very good. Tutorial was also very good, except for the text. So far, what are the good things about the game? The intro menu and HUD present is light, interesting background, the ship, the car, the fact that the character is standing. It's a standard thing that you find in every game, showing characters, showing the intro of the video. Same thing as in World War Z, that type of menu. So the HUD is standard, like you would find in any game, no big deal. But the way it has an intro video to teach you, like if you don't want to do the tutorial, you can fly at the seat of your pants and learn through the intro video itself, rather than through the tutorial. Now, one thing the tutorial didn't tell you that the intro video did tell you, which is important to watch both, is that you should always carry, like, you should watch out for areas that are congested with a lot of zombies, because that's instant death. You should also watch out for areas that has a lot of goodies there, because then that's also might be instant death with regards to players wanting to get items from there. And also you should always be what is it, was something else, but the 3 things it said in that video that wasn't present in the tutorial. Yeah, so both of them are very helpful. The actual intro video is kind of funny, and it's reminiscent of Remnant from the Ashes. Now I'm gonna go to customize. So far, one thing is good, intro video is good, tutorial is good, so that's 1 point for that. Another point for that, the options menu is pretty damn good too, so I give it another point for that. Controls are about, I would say, based on what I see, is standard in most games, so I'll give it a point for that. It's not too complicated, not overly complicated. Standard controller types. X is jump, changing stance is 0, throwing items is square, so if I want to throw something, and of course interacting is square, and hold down for reload is the same as if you have a melee weapon, is triangle. So if based on this, you could switch from your shooting someone to your melee weapon, and once you switch to your melee weapon, you now can use triangle to not to reload but to do a heavy attack. So it's kind of self-explanatory that way. So 5 points with regards to the game so far. 1 for HUD, 1 for tutorial, 1 for controls, 1 for options. Actually maybe 2 for options, because no, just 1 for options, because it's not overly complicated. It's the simplest options I've seen. Same as the controls. And tutorials about so 1, 2, 3, and 4 points so far. That are good. Now, and of course the hub as well is 5. So far the game is good. It only has 2 bad things, which is the sound, and the other, which is the text, that are small within the tutorials. Standard with regards to average made games. So far so it's acting up as usual. So I'm hoping I could get past the tutorial part and get into playing the game, but I must look at every aspect of the game first before I decide to play. So I don't really care if it goes down. I'll just start the game back up again if it goes down. So it doesn't matter. This is for my evaluation, basic evaluation of the game, so I need to know all aspects. So it says character creator, so you'll know what you're in. And then it says the username at the top, Magheed. So I don't need know why it needs to tell me my name, but I guess that will be the name that pop up on my head when I play. Hopefully it doesn't show my name as I'm playing the game. It will hide that, which I need to check if that's a feature within the options. Can I hide my actual name in the game? Show crosshairs, show HUD, game messages, admin messages. Nope. So hopefully this is not a situation where people actually see my name as I'm playing it, so they wouldn't know it's me. But if it is, let's see what say. Global chat visible to all players used by disable. Okay. So hopefully that turns off my name, the admin turns off my name so they don't see it. But I do want messages just in case someone decides to talk to me in game. On. Alright, so now I go back to character creator. So far there's 6 points in the game, that's good, and on 2 that's bad. I guess you could say with regards to lighting and lighting effects, that's pretty good as well. When I was going in and out of a building in the tutorial, I would say it's average at best. The smoke effects in the game are pretty good as well, so special effects seem to be good. So that's 1 point for that as well, so I'm at 7. Yeah, sound effects is also pretty good as well. Give it a point for that, 8. So everything seemed to be good. Background music and the music of the game seemed to be quite smooth and interesting choice to choose. So that's 9. And of course, scrolling up and down on text, red indication with regards to where you are, is a good indication of good game design. And like in World Wars, not World War Z, but Zombie Army, it's typically white, and when you select it, it turns red. Here, it's far more simple and more easy to see. Everything is white, and red is a clear ribbon indication of where you are. So that's good as well. So I'm at a full 1 regards to the game, and now I'm into character creator and see how that works. Here, the sex could be male, could be female, male, female, male, female, male, female, male, female. So you have a variety of different people that show up. Here you have a Caucasian woman, female survivor. Here you have a male survivor, Caucasian. Here you have a female survivor, Asian. Here you have a male survivor, male. Here you have another female survivor, Caucasian. Here you have another male survivor, Caucasian male. So it seems to be not a lot of variation with regards to culture in the game. There are only like 3 cultures: Asian, Caucasian, African American. Like, so there are no Indians, no Arabs, you know, no like Native American Indians, no Alaskans, you know. They're missing like 4 other different cultures, man. And if you want to throw in an Aborigine and stuff, be like, well, these are from city places, so you wouldn't have an Aborigine, but you're missing like 4 different other cultures as well around the world. You're talking about Arabs, we're talking about Alaskans, we're talking about freaking Native Americans, so we're also talking about Indians from India. You know, that's 4 other people. Hell, you could even throw in like Mongolians and stuff, but they're typically considered Asians, or mixed. They should throw in mixed cultures as well, you know, like Kazakhstanians, be like, or any type of mix, and that would make like a 5th culture. But then, I don't know, man, that doesn't make sense. So that kind of sucks. But at least you get to select between male and female, but not really. Head size, survivor 1. The head of the person is so I could switch the head of the person. I could pick a female, I could switch the head of the female. Okay, so when I pick a female, I could then switch the head So what's the difference between, this is a Caucasian woman, this is a African American woman, this is an Asian. So the sex have been changed. No, this is Caucasian. This is Asian, okay. So the body looks about the same. So the body is about the same. So switching out the head, you just switch the type of, so what's the point of having the sex female if the body is different? If you're just switching out the head, there's no reason to switch out the head if the bodies are the same for all females here. So that's another point off. T-shirt. So all they basically did here was change the color of the t-shirt using regular hues. Here it's a bit more complicated. I made it stripes. But all the others are just stripes and hues, so it's kind of lazy design. So that's not so good. Bottom, the pants you're wearing also, other than the stripes, and yeah, they put some type of effort into the pants, stripes, and a bit of crunch to it, and foliation. Shoes, and a bit of more effort into the shoes. Maybe they're into shoes more than anything. I think I'm gonna go camo. Something that looks like my environment. Yeah. So the character creator part is, it's not really a character creator. It's more like character switching. About the only thing that you create in here is you're moving the head from one character to the next. Switching to a different pants or a different color shirt. You're not really creating it. You're just switching to something. Everything is pre-made, so you're not really, your pre-made stuff is already set in place, so you can't move them around. So character creation is kind of shitty. So now that's 3 points off. So far. She seems to blend in with his skin, his flesh tone is more darker. Too light, too light, too light, too light. Hers is almost perfect. His is kind of good. Hers, that blonde hair is just gonna yeah, no. Ball head. I guess I want someone green hair. But I doubt any of these characters have green hair. Match with the environment. I think he's the closest thing I could get to dark skin plus somewhat dark hair. but everything matches. Shoes still a bit light. Need more camo. So I think that's about it for a character created. And leave. And now everything has been so about 1 full point for the entire game, like point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 is 1 full point for the game overall. And about, I would say, 3 points off for regards to sound and regards to text, and of course character creation is not that great. So far so good. I'm gonna play the game, and I decide to press play. The word favorites pop up, official pop up, community pop up. Don't know what that means. It says server browse. Browse the community servers, official server, favorite servers. So I could create, I'm assuming I could create my own instance. At least this is what I'm thinking. Maybe I'll refresh. Unable to get server. Okay. So favorites, there's no favorites. There's official, which is created by the people who made the game. And then there's those who are created by people in the community themselves. These are probably people who've made their own servers. Okay, so we'll go with official, and first we'll refresh and filter, sort A to Z, map disable. Why would I want to disable map? Okay, so I get to choose what map I want, so I give the game another point for that. Region, all, full server, show, hide, disable, maybe I should disable it until I understand what that means. Third person, why would I? No, I don't want to disable third person. I want to fight in the third person. Password, disable whitelisting. Not sure what that means yet. Mouse and keyboard, disable. I'm not using mouse and keyboard. I'm using a controller. Previous played, disable. So there are a lot of stuff I still don't know yet because this is World War Z my first time. But there are certain things I do know. So I'm just going to go with this after. I like the fact that it has prerequisite things that I could set in place before I even go into mission. So I'll give a game 2 points for that. Not many games have that as well. Not many games that you could change a region to all or to Americas. You know, I'm just going to change mine to Americas. Not many places you could select where you want to go. Like here, I'm going to select where I want to go. And not many games that you can have the ability to switch from third person to first person or disable them altogether and show a third person. Now, I believe show third person, I guess maybe it means show people in third person or show me in third person. So I'll just go with this right now and see what happens. And then I'll press server details, triangle, no server selected. So I have to select the server from the official. Okay. I decide to go Americas, so the list has it drastically decreased. So how do I select a server? Change. I don't want to refresh server. I want to join a server. Official. Search by name. My internet is acting up just a little, so hopefully I get through the introduction process of this before my internet goes down. But I'm trying to see, how do I join? Refresh servers, just refresh all this, just like this. Server details, just bring up what the server detail is, and it tells me no server has been selected. This just changed this. Full server. Show full server. Hide. Okay, so I'll show full server. And R2. Okay, there it is. By pressing R2, you're now able to go to the host server and join the host server. And it says 25 out of 50 players are here, 27 out of 50 players. So a total of 50 players could be in one instant map location. So I'm going to pick the smallest group because I'm new to the game. I'm going to pick the smallest group of people in the smallest location. So I'm going to pick 8 people. And I'll join. What the hell? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? That's DLC? Shakal is DLC? What the hell? Okay, so what's not DLC? Refresh. Okay, these are not DLC. I disable map and I'm now going to play this. But how many people are here? 60, 59, 60. You know what? Screw it. I'll select any. Select this. Loading in 14 seconds. So there are 60 people here. If I get killed, be like, well, so what? I'm just starting the game. But I know the mechanics. The game basically says, don't stay in huge areas where there are lots of zombies. Don't stay in huge areas where there are lots of players. Make sure to always have a melee weapon because ammo is extremely scarce in this game. So you don't want to be capping off. And if you cap off, you need a silencer. And I'm starting with not having anything. Alright, so map. This is equipment and character. First, okay, can I crouch? Alright, I could do that. So for the moment, I'm going to, because this is new to me, running is what? Okay. Getting up, running, okay. Running is pressing on the L3 button. I am now going to, what does that say? Gather long sticks by holding down R2. I also noticed by pressing R3, I could now go into first person mode. Oh, so I could continuously keep gathering wood from here and until it's completely gone. Okay, so for right now I'm going to stay like this so nobody caps me. I now need to look at the map. Up on the control does nothing. Left on the control does nothing. However, right brings up the command menu. Let's see what the commands are. Point. I don't want to point. Listen. He puts his ear up to listen. See if there are any zombies. That's very helpful. Commands again. Okay, so this is basically when you're in a squad. You tell your squad to stop. And I'm assuming he put up his fist. Yep. Okay. Move. Point. So this is for mostly for squad people. Alright. Interactions. So when you're using this command button, which is the right button, you have to hold it down, otherwise it disappears. So you hold it down, then you go here, then you press the X button. It doesn't do anything when I say fuck off. Try that again. It doesn't do anything when I say fuck off or shake head. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Miscellaneous. Think. Doesn't do anything either. Dance. Well, I'm in crouch position, so let me get up. What the hell? I let it go, but I can't do anything. Command. Wait, get up. What the hell? Oh, I'm still in. Are you shitting me? I'm still in. Oh my god, that sucks. I'm still in stop motion. So when does he take down stop? How does he take down stop? What the fuck? Okay, so they're not being highlighted. So I can't remove stop. What the hell? So he stays in that position, in the command stop position. And I'm trying to get out of stop now. So how do I... What the fuck? Move left, move right, move the body, R1, L1. Okay, so R1 is to bring up menu with regards to what's empty and what's not empty. Glow stick. I don't have a glow stick. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so this game is basically telling me that if I use the stop command and it's been initiated. See, now I'm going here again. I initiate the stop command, but now all of a sudden he's able to move and he's not doing the stop command again. I want to do the stop command again. Why is he not doing the stop command again? Are you shitting me with this? What the hell? Okay, I'm trying to understand how this game works. Typically when you use a command to execute the command, and he would then do the move based on what you're saying. The gray represent that you cannot select it because it's either selected. Are you shitting me? There's a delay. Okay. Stop again. Okay. Okay. Listen again. Okay, so this is kind of crappy because what happened is once you select the command like stop, you then have to go into the command again, press it again to deselect it. The gray means deselect. The red button means you have selected it. He's now doing the stop command. Go into the command. You then have to deselect it from the stop command. You cannot go to another command and then press that command. Because if you go into another command and press that command, no matter what that command is, it will then deselect it by you pressing that command. But then you have to press it again in order to initiate it. So you first have to both deselect something for him to stop and then select it again. So when it comes to the menu, it is not like Zombie Army 4 or like Elite. Their menu for using their commands is shitty. Anyone who decided to, okay, I'm going to select a menu where I do a command, but then I have to select the menu again to do the command to stop the command. That's garbage. So, yeah, I like the fact that your character can turn over like this. But I don't know how that happens. He's fucking crawling on the floor, and now all of a sudden he just had to roll on his back. So how did he crawl? By pressing backwards, forwards. How did he get on his back? By me looking up? By me turning to the right? By the menu? So how did he go on his back? He just went on his back? Yeah, so the command in this game is garbage, so that's 4 points off from the game. It's completely shit. Once you select a command, it should be selected once. Once you move on to another command, the next command should be selected. You don't have to, in any game, if you have to select a command to stop that command and then do the command again, then whoever was creating the game wasn't thinking on their feet. Okay, you need a command to stop the action. Then you need another command to start the action again. All right. This ain't JavaScript, man. You're like, what the fuck? This is bad. All right, so that was that. So from what I could see, my characters drinking. So now I need to look for a map. All right. So far 4 things are bad and about 10 to 12 things are good. Movement in the grass is good, so I give it a point for that, for crouching and getting and standing up and running. Running is also good. I give it a point for that as well. Commands is completely garbage though. Whoever thought this was a good idea is an idiot. See, you press the command to do the stop motion, but then you have to go into the menu, press the command again to stop the stop motion. And then for some reason he decided to go on his back. So now you press the command again to stop the listen. Then you have to go back in to start the listen again. So typically in games you don't do all that, so that's bad. Alright, so now I need food and I need water. I need to know how to get my map up as well. So R1, so right brings up the interactive button, your command, your miscellaneous stuff. These are for commands if you have a squad. And your R1 is for glow stick and bandages and all the stuff that you find around the world. And he's making a sound because his health is low, so I need to find food. The center D-pad on your controller brings up your equipment and everything you have. So far he has 1 drink. No, that's not a drink, that's a bandage. And he has whatever that is, a glow stick, a bandage and a glow stick. He's wearing a sneakers, he's wearing a shirt, and he has hiking pants on. So that's all I have at the moment. And his health is falling slowly. That's why he's making that grunting sound. So on the lower right section is an indication of both health, both water, and of course stamina is on the lower left section. I need to use a map to see where things are. Vicinity, well, the vicinity I'm in has wood, short sticks that I could stock up on, which I have, and I've collected, I believe, it says 5. I've collected 5 so far, but I need to bring up a map. R3 is first person. R3 brings up first person, and then pressing R3 again goes back into third person. Map. Okay. L2 go into fight stance. R2 does punching. It's kind of a wimp. Alright, so that's that. What else? Square, interactive button, circle, crouch, X, jump. He gets tired, so I have to watch the stamina. The stamina bar went down just for him jumping. but because I'm in the heat and also because I'm kind of tired and I need food, there's an issue there. But I need to see if there's a map. I'm curious if the game even has a map. Oh, I believe it says I have a map. Video, game, HUD. Well, actually, let me look this up online so I could knock this out the way real quick. Does DayZ have a map? Or does the game DayZ have a map? DayZ interactive map. So it does have a map. It has an interactive map. How do I access the map? How do I access? How to use the map in DayZ? How to open map? Okay, basically someone says map sucks, and no one ever really uses the map out of where I am and how to open the map. Okay, so the best way to find map and map locations to look for landmarks. There is no map as a UI feature in DayZ. Okay, so there's no map. The map are indicated by landmarks. Basically, the map are on maps that you find on the facilities or in certain places, but there's no in-game map. So it's kind of like a Dark Souls type game. There's no map in Dark Souls, so you don't know where you're going. So that's fine. So all I really need to do is to get a house, to go into a house and find a melee weapon. Can I jump over this? I cannot. So I'm in a field. That's a huge place right there. I'm going to use a command to listen. It's so stupid to have a command we have to turn on and turn off. Can I hop over fences? Yes, I can. At least. Let me use the command again, just in case there's zombies in the house. So far there's no one in the house. It's so ridiculously stupid to have to turn these things on and off. So these places have been raided by raiders already. So I can't find anything here. Alright, see, what doesn't make sense in this game is even though the world has gone to shit, fruits and vegetables will still grow on trees. You know, they're not just going to stop unless people have been taking all of them. What the hell is this? This is a jacket? This is a pants? Okay. Paramedic pants. Okay. So now I go into my menu and I choose the paramedic pants and hold to drop the item in your hand. So I've now dropped this pants and I pick paramedic pants. So did I make a good decision? Paramedic pants, what about it? The paramedic pants is under 0.5 kg medium insulation. Okay. And let's see that again. Inventory. L2. Wait, what? Okay, pants. I'm pressing the pants. Combine, hold to move, swap. Combine. Nope, he's still walking around with his underwear. Guess I'll drop whatever is in my hand. I'll pick it up again. Okay, so regular square picks it up and hold square picks it up as a melee weapon. Okay. So now we have this pants, which is worst insulation. I'm going to drop it. Strange that I cannot see. Okay, the temperature is low. Okay, what's this? Let's see. It is worst insulation, badly damaged. Let's see what I have on. Okay, so I'll just drop this. Because that's badly damaged. About this. Wait, isn't this the same one? Worn. Okay. Okay. Command. Listen. Now it sucks that you would have to pick it up just to tell. So that's another thing I will have to okay, when you're listening and everything, you cannot see with the command because you have the command of actually what you're doing. You have to turn it off and then it pops up. So that sucks too. So that's like 5 points off from the game. So things aren't turning out good for DayZ so far. So far it's good, and so far the it's got 2 additional points. So I'm like at a 1.4 regards to the game, but those 5 points have now dropped it back down to like an 8 points, so below 1. Basically, when you're starting the game, you start from a base of 5, and it could drop to -4, -3. So I started at a base of 5, and I'm now up by 8 points above 5. So it's kind of like it's not even a 6 years, 5.8. So I'm going to take it. I'm now going to see what it's all about. Pristine, but it has worse installation. Classic nurse dress. It's pristine, but it has no installation. No installation whatsoever. It's not good. I need food and water. The pipes are all gone. Also worse. Raincoat. Low installation. Okay. This has worse installation, and this one has low installation. So I'm gonna equip it. Or should I say I'm gonna swap it out? Swap. Okay. I'm now going to where? Actually, let me drop this too and pick this up. There you go. Okay, can't interact with this stuff. So I wonder if the increase in the music means that there might be zombies around. So let me set my command for listen. Wonder what watching does. There's a command called watching. Oh, okay, he's making loud sounds now. So he's really feeling it. His health is really... Yeah, his health is really bad now. I need food real fast. Okay. Yeah, he's feeling it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's the raincoat. The freaking... Yeah, it's the raincoat. But this heat, the raincoat is... I believe the raincoat is fucking it up. What the hell? It doesn't allow me to pick the... Okay, he's getting hot. Or maybe I'm just smoking. So he's getting real tired. I need water and food fast. Open. Anything. Okay. What the hell? I pressed the command for him to stop listening. Why is he still listening? Oh my god. Really? Now he stopped? What does this mean? Oh, flies? It's a survivor. Okay, I need food. Yeah, so the interactive menu for this game is not that great. Yeah, he really needs food. He needs food and water, otherwise he'll die. I'm really low on food and water. Whoever was at this area, whether it was another player or not, they really cleaned this place out. Now, here's the thing about this game. I would say might not be such a good idea to get this game if you're thinking about purchasing this game. If other players, like say a game is full of like say 60 players in one location, if all players collect items and clean it out, then what would be the point of you playing the game where everyone grabs everything and you will always be asked out and have no items? I mean, it is about surviving. But if you have no items, no weapon or anything, how are you able to get anything from someone who has everything? You will always get killed multiple times. So that's not a good thing for a game like this, even though it's a survival game. There is one unrealistic thing about the game. It's like a person can make up food or shelter and make water out of anything. If you wrap plastic around a tree, you start to get water from the tree because the oxygen is being, or should I say the carbon is being insulated with regards to the tree itself. Start to make the tree sweat, and thus water starts to come out of the pores of the tree and just creating water. But the game doesn't do this. I can't find a plastic bag and wrap it around trees like the people who made the game make a survival game, but they don't understand anything about survival, or at least to a certain degree. Like if you truly want to make a survival game, use all the method that you learn with regards to surviving, like how to strip rabbits or how to plant foods in the ground and build food in the ground. Having people take all the shit for all the place means you're just going to be running around forever looking for food and water and nothing anywhere because everyone took everything. Now let's see. Warn, worst installation, don't need it. So does that sound like fun? It doesn't sound like fun to me. Because then how long would I have to run around until I actually find food, if that's the case, if everyone takes everything? Maybe that's the reason why it's in the PlayStation Plus. So I'm going to dock the game a point for that. I'm going to dock the game a point for the fact that you would have to run around for fucking ever just to find food. Like a survival game based on survival. The character cannot use survival mechanics. Someone looked like they stripped him too of everything. So if the game has players in here who are stripping everyone of everything, how the hell can I get anything if everything is being stripped already? Yeah. Now I understand why it's probably in the PlayStation Plus. Probably not the mechanics, probably not the game, probably not the combat, but the fact that you would probably be running around forever trying to find stuff. No alcohol, no nothing. I'll tell you what though, I'm definitely not buying this game. Unless the game can convince me before the second hour. I'm 1 hour and 20 minutes in. If by the second hour, whether my stream stays up or not, by the second hour, I cannot find, if I can't find food or some type of weapon within the second hour, in fact, fuck that. If I was playing this game for the first time, I'm gonna run around. Oh shit. I have no weapons and I'm fist fighting a zombie. I'm seriously damaged. Can I strip the zombie now? Now the zombie was there, so let's use the listen mechanics. So the blood on the side means I'm bleeding. So now I have to use my bandages. But I have to now turn off the listen command. My God. Okay, now I'm using my bandages. And use inventory. Hold to quick slot. Okay, so I don't need to use the bandage? Is that what it's saying for the blood? The damage? I didn't take any... Oh, it's a disinfectant bandage. So I wasn't infected yet. I'm just bleeding. So, is the game basically telling me I'm supposed to have the listen command on the whole time when I'm running around? Would it actually work and help so I could tell where zombies are? It sounds like a zombie. Okay. My water, no, that's the indication of my water. I need water very badly now. My water is very low. It's now in the red. Fuck, man. But these goddamn players, they strip everything. Okay, so this is not like a Dark Souls game. Apparently, multiple deaths is due to players stripping things, not from you fighting or being killed by bosses. So that's not as fun as a Dark Souls game, I'll tell you that. Like death by starvation. It's not as fun by death by killing a boss or being killed by a boss. So I need to hustle. I could do one or two things. I could quit. I decide to quit, exit out, and start again with full health. And this time start with complete health. And this time not join a session where tons of players are in there. Okay, so I'm now going to play again. Join an official server. And I'm going to pick a location where, let's see, it says 60 plus 110 are in here. So it's not just 60 plus 110, it's all in the red here. So it's more, when you go 60 is the max capacity. Here 59 is close to 60. So there's a lot of people here. But I was in a goddamn session where everything was in the red. North America? It looks like it. Fine, let's select a region that's not North America. Let's select all. And find under all, refresh, if we could find any location where that's not in the red. Okay. So at the bottom there's left and a right with regards to going from left to right. 60 sessions. Everything is in 59 and 60s. What the hell? The only thing that makes sense here is that majority of people who play this game are dedicated. That's the only thing that makes sense. Why the hell is every single instance almost completely full? I know the game is known as a survival game, but you're telling me every single one of them are almost full? Like how the hell will anyone be able to find anything if every single instance have tons of people in it? Okay, so let me pick one that's 59 then. Since every goddamn one. Is that what people are doing? Is that what they're doing? I think I know what they're doing. They're going to an instance, they strip that instance of everything, then they exit the game and go to another instance and strip that instance of everything and take all the goods there. Are you able to keep your items from going from location to location? I am new to the game, so okay, let's try this location. Let's try this. Let's refresh. Let's try Livonia. Livonia has 59 to 60. Okay. Let's try. Well, this location is DLC. Screw it then. We're going with Livonia. Alright. We're gonna pick Livonia. You telling me all these locations have like almost every one of them are full? Like almost every one of them are full? The max capacity is 60, and when they go over 60 it turns red. It's stuck at 92 seconds, 94 seconds, 93. The instance is going low as hell. What the hell was that all about? Okay, let's try another one then. Let's try. I press all, so let's not go with North America, let's go with South America. South America. However, I think that's what it was. I selected South America and it was taking forever. Let's try North America again at 59. Quay at 1 second. The Quay is still at 1 second. Quay is still at 1 second. 0 seconds. Timer prolonged. Position might be altered due to server change. A minute and seconds. Okay, so I'm assuming the person who was the host decided to abandon ship. World War Z ain't looking too good, and it probably has nothing to do with fighting or scavenging. It's just the design of the game. So as demo goes, I'll probably end this demo at the 2-hour marker and say, fuck this game. I can already tell it's bad. The gameplay with regards to searching things and surviving might not be bad, but its mechanics is definitely bad. It baffles me how every instance has almost or completely full. Are these people so into this game that they lack the common sense to see that its mechanics are bad? Like, not having a map is fine, but even Dark Souls game have better, you know, use of its mechanics, its UI than this game does. Okay, so my stream is now lagging, and it's lagging for a good reason, because I've been on for quite some time. I've been on for quite a few times now, so it's now lagging. And at this location it's night time, so at night time I have to put on my... I don't have anything, so at this instance I have nothing except a bandage. No flashlight, what the fuck? Why am I bleeding out? Wait, hold on. Let's quit. Hold on. Something doesn't make sense here. So when I exit and I quit the game from the last location I was at, all my behavior and my character, the character I have right now, every damage or anything that happened to him, lack of water, lack of food, carries over into the main menu. So if I go to a different instance, every damage and anything from prior instance is still present on me. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting, and that does make the game difficult. So let's try a different location and see what happens. I don't know if I like that, but I kind of like it, because then that means you can't just cheat and then refresh. You can't refresh your character even though you can refresh your server. The damage on your character is permanent. Let's try this location. What the hell? Okay. Let's try that again. Timer prolonged and position might be altered due to server change. Okay. Maybe at this location it's not going to be night. But here's the thing that doesn't make sense. Okay, well maybe it does make sense from the last position. The day and night cycle in this game is the same regardless of what instant you change. Yeah, so network is not looking good. Network is not looking good. But if this game does go down at the hour and 35-minute marker, it's all gravy. If the game goes down at the hour and 35-minute marker, it's all gravy. It is all gravy. Because I know that based on the mechanics of this game, it's not that good. It's not good at all. The survival aspect of the game is probably good, but the mechanics of this game is too shit for me to even consider buying it. And maybe that's the reason why it's in the PlayStation Plus. People probably got tired of playing it. And wanted something different. The survival aspect of the game is probably good, but what, my character died? He died. He died from starvation or from bleeding out. So what happens when you're dead? What the hell? Why does it take this long for a character to come back to life? Why does it take this long for my character to wake up after dying? That's very long. Yeah. He passed out due to the heat for a short period of time, but he's still in bad shape. I'm going to see if I could try to give him... There has to be something around here, man. If you don't include the fact that I've been talking in the game, the time I've been playing the game, if you subtract the time I've been talking in the game, I've actually been playing for about, let's say for about 30 minutes out of the hour. And you tell me I've been running around for about 30 minutes if you subtract that hour, and I've yet to find something from different instances. No food, no weapon, no nothing. I could tell this game is meant for only loyal survival fans. The random person, the average random person will not like this game because it takes too long to find things. Way too long. So this game is not meant for everyone. I mean, it's meant for everyone to play, but it's typically is not meant to design that everyone can acquire things. Another weird thing about this game that doesn't seem to make sense, there's no fruits. There's no fruits or vegetables anywhere. You tell me we have all these trees and not a single one of them produce berries or anything like that? Yeah, there's something up with this. That's a zombie. Okay, he passed out again before I even got to use my bandage. I was hoping at the last minute I could use the bandage. The only good thing about this game is that the survival aspect is very realistic. The unrealistic part about the game is that also the survival aspect of the game is unrealistic. Both realistic and unrealistic at the same time. Like, in a zombie apocalypse world, there will always be food everywhere. Even leaves from trees are considered food. Even though they're not edible, if you burn them and eat them, you can't survive because it's going into your goddamn stomach and it's organic. Like, what the piss, man? What's the point of the listening mechanic if nothing happens? So the infected don't have any products on them. People got infected and they don't carry any type of products on them. Also unrealistic. A person died to become infected, then all of a sudden abandon ship of their, their food supply that's on their body and stuff, or canned goods. Is this a shirt? Oh, it's a jacket, okay. Hand, swap, hold, select. Select. Jacket, swap, okay, and drop. Okay. He's now hungry as well. No food. So this is going to be a whole thing in the game where I'm going to constantly die because I don't have food and stuff. Like if everyone takes all the food and all the stuff, resources, and there's no spawn resources because why would they be in a realistic type environment? Then the unrealistic thing about it is that it's a game at the end of the day. So it's not realistic. And if you want realism in the game, then logically a person wouldn't be able to leave an instance and go to another instance. And also a person would be able at a certain time be unable to carry certain things without a weapon. So I can't even run anymore. My health is down. So I like water, I like food, I need some healing, I need some medical attention. Like, I can't even run anymore. And I'm dead. So, yeah, you really have to pay attention to what you're doing in this game, but not really, because me being super careful in the game doesn't change anything whatsoever at all. If resources aren't present in the game, it doesn't matter how super careful you are or how fast you are still not going to survive. And here's another thing with regards to the game. Why am I now stuck with regards to you are dead in the screen? Why can't that? Okay, so now when it says you are dead, I have to press the command menu. Why is everything in this game that I have to press another command just to initiate anything? It's like the people who made the game did half a job with creating their game. Like the moment I die, I'm supposed to automatically respawn. I shouldn't have to tell the program to respawn me. And if I have to tell the program to respond me, then I also have to decide that I want to quit. So that's not so bad, but at the same time, if the game automatically respawn me, I could still quit anyway. So it doesn't matter that I need to tell the game to respawn me or automatically. It should have been done automatically. My God. Respawn custom, respawn random. Sure, custom. There shouldn't be extra commands with regards to this game. You should do something once and that's it. If I get up, I shouldn't have to press another command to get up. If I listen and then I switch to run, I should go directly to run. If I go to crouch and then I get up from crouch, that's it. When I decide to do a command, if I go to command, select the command and press the stop command, the moment I press the command for stop and press the listen or down should be selected. Like here I press listen, I should press listen. And if I go back into command, I should then press down. It should select down. I shouldn't have to cancel out down and then select down. It's completely stupid. There's also another thing as well. The moment I press the run button, the character should be running. Well, actually, no, that's good, because now a character is running in the crouch position, so I'm going to give the game a point for that. So far, there's 7 bad things in the game and about 15 good things. So the game is like still at an 8, so 5.8 so far. Not good enough for me to buy the game, but just good enough for it to survive, I guess. Consider what it is. Oh, they could travel out of fast. Okay. Okay, so the objective is never to stay in the sun for too long. To run like hell. Even though you have to recover your stamina, you must have food and you must have water above everything else, which means you have to run your ass off so you could get food and water. Okay. Is this better than what I'm wearing? Should I swap it? I'll swap it. The swap command is completely garbage, by the way. What the hell? I'm dropping the pants. I'm what? Wait, what? It wasn't a pants, it was a jacket. This says pants. Swap. Equip. Oh, it was a jacket. Okay. Drop. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a realistic version of a zombie survival more than other zombie survival realistic game, but at the same time it's also very unrealistic. It doesn't have a map, so that's good. In reality, you wouldn't have a map, but in reality you would have a map. You would find a map somewhere in a house and stuff and you use it. So if this game is telling me that there are no maps whatsoever at all, where there are maps that you find, or maps. If this game is basically telling me there are no maps that you can find in a house or anything like that, then that's unrealistic. Landmarks, it basically says at landmarks you can find maps on landmarks or locations that point towards landmarks. But realistically, if you want a map of a location, you would use a knife or something and cut down that image or take a picture. So our character apparently has no cell phones or nothing. So landmarks it is. I have to look at landmarks. As I said before, this game is realistic and also unrealistic at the same time. Logically, if you need water, you just wrap a piece of plastic around a tree and then water will be there. You have to be there for a while, but eventually you'll have water. Same for stripping animals. And no fruits, no vegetables at all on any trees, berries or nothing like that. Unbelievable. And if you're that hungry and you're starving, and you telling me you cannot cut these trees off here and this branch, make a fire and then eat some shitty ass trees, that's not good for your health, but at least you managed to survive. You would survive off something. Hell, if there were rats around, you'll be able to survive off that. So that's the unrealistic thing about this game. Like, it's not completely survival related, even though it claims to be one of the best survival games. So I literally have to look for real food. And it's kind of impossible when all the players take all the food. Like, I could literally be running around here forever looking for food, and there'll be none because everyone stripped this entire fucking map of all the food. And no one could convince me otherwise that I'm lying, because if I run around for a full 30 minutes or an hour and I find no food whatsoever at all, how is that fun? How is that survival? And the character can't create food for himself and make his own food if he finds done. Makes no sense. No food. No food nowhere. Hell, even in Generation Z, I'm able to find food at least one place or another. All these buildings and no food. And no zombies carrying any type of keys or pennies or money or food on them. No granola bar in one of their pockets. Also unrealistic. If I come across 10 different zombies, you tell me none of them have any type of food in their pockets? Even an M&M or something like that? I truly see why this is on the PlayStation Plus now. Not because it's not a popular game, it's a popular game for those who like survival horror at its highest. But the mechanics in the game is complete garbage. And the logic of some of the survival stuff doesn't make sense. The stripping mechanics in the game also doesn't make sense as well. Eventually, one or two or even a group of people will take everything within an instant. And you could be running around for hours and find nothing because they have everything. So why be in that instance? Forcing you to fight them for stuff if you have no weapons and no food. How is that a game? That's not a game, that's reality. But this is a video game at the end of the day. It's not reality, it's a video game. And your character passed out from exhaustion, and I'm now dead. At the end of the day, it's still a game. It's not reality. So, you have to have certain incentives given to the player because it's a game. If one player or a group of people have all the items, then it's stupid. Because then you're forcing the other player into a conflict. And if they are not forced into a conflict, they're forced into looking for resources. And if resources don't spawn over time, which means you'll probably die before they spawn, because this game is trying to be somewhat quote unquote realistic. Food has to grow in time. Yeah, definitely I ain't buying this. Fuck this. DayZ is a good survival game, but the logic in the game is completely dumb. You motherfucking tell me I cannot wrap a piece of plastic around a tree and get some water? That's just basic science. Get the bitch out of here. That's basic science. Any freaking 2-year-old knows that shit. If a motherfucker needs to... Look at this. Look at them running and shit. What I have to do? Run and kill people? I'm gonna chase him. I'm gonna join up with him. He probably thinks I'm gonna try to kill him or something. I saved your life, guy who locks himself inside. You owe me. Open up. Ah, screw you. And you do your thing. This game is not that interesting for me to fuck around. Saving him means nothing, because now he look like he has nothing either. He has nothing on him. Nothing, no guns, no nothing. He's in the same situation I'm in. Running around looking for shit. The most entertaining stuff is to fight zombies that are gonna kill you. Oh my god. This is the best part of the game. And what I'm doing is completely terrible because you're gonna get killed. But I'd rather do this than to walk around forever. I'd rather do this and get killed than to run around forever. Who thought this was a good idea? Okay. I'm trying to see the positive things in this game. But after looking at that guy and seeing that he's in the same situation I'm in, struggling looking for items, running from zombies, I wonder how long he was in mission. Continue. And apparently this game has bugs too, because I'm still on this black screen and it's not a respawn situation. It takes forever for you to wake up from exhaustion or from death. Yeah. Let's see, by the time I hit the 2-hour marker, which I'm 5 minutes from where I am right now, yeah, I'll say screw this game. I don't care who thinks DayZ is great. From what I see from just playing it for 2 hours, half of it is good, the other half is shit. The proof is in the pudding. If someone said, well, you just don't understand how the game works, but I literally saw another guy with nothing on him, running around, probably was in mission for hours on end, with no resources, no weapons, no nothing. But there are going to be a lot of zombies around, even though there's nothing around. There's no weapons around. All these buildings, there's no... I can't... You tell me I can't break this shit off, kick this off, and use it as a spike? The fuck out of here, man. You telling me I have to keep punching, that this guy has no power, that he could just brace himself against this wall and kick this goddamn wooden or metal thing off? That makes no sense. Yeah, fuck DayZ, I'm out. Whoever thinks DayZ is good, yeah, I think you're a bird. The game is half good, half bad. Never buying it. There are many ways to survive in this game that I thought, actually, let me continue and just point out what those ways are for anyone who have any doubts what I'm saying, because I understand somewhat what survival is, because I've been through it before. I'll prove it. 5 different ways to survive if these people were actually using their heads and they put it realistically in a video game. Way 1, or should I say way 1, the design of the mechanics of the game. Survive by finding food and other resources around the world. Check. The game gives you this. The game tells you this. So it's in the game. Way 2, you'll be able to craft food of your own free will based on your knowledge. So basically the game is saying all the characters in the character creation, they have no skills, and everyone is lopped in to be the same type of individuals. They're not firefighters, they don't come from a nursing background. One is not a lawyer, one's not a preacher. They have no perks whatsoever at all. They're just all the same. So, way 2, use your own skills. Make this tree into a water tree. Dig a hole into the ground. Build a downward cooling area to cool your stuff in the floor. Or build a downward cooking area to store your stuff and then keep your meat cool on the ground, and then take the meat from underground and cook it using the heat of the sun. Put it on a nice metal stuff, cook it on the sun. Make sure you have a glass pointed over the meat while it's on something like a vehicle, and it will heat it like a magnifying glass on the vehicle. Cool the meat on the ground. Take the meat, because it's fresh, because it cools on the ground, put it on the vehicle. Same for putting a plastic bag over a tree. Survival. So those are 2 ways. Way 3, kill people. Kill people and take their food off of them, and to survive, the lowest way. So there are 2 ways given in this game. The regular find stuff, second way, kill people. The third way is the way I said. The fourth way is also the way I said, which they didn't put in the game as well. Crafting things using scientific experimentations, not using natural resources already made. Basically, having characters have certain perks with regards to their specific backgrounds, which the game didn't give. Like a guy could be a military guy. He would have knowledge how to survive. Or the person could be a doctor. They would have knowledge how to survive, cutting down trees. For God's sakes, if I decide to rip off the metal on here, I could basically make something into like a blade and cut down the goddamn trees and then eat the damn tree itself, the inward green part of the trees and knob on it. It's not going to be healthy, but I'll survive. That's the fourth way. The fifth way is more of an obscure way, which is a type of trade currency. You find certain ridiculous items or certain elements within the game or things in the game that you craft and make by yourself, and then you sell them in trade to someone. Like you saw a run up to that guy. He had nothing on him. He was just searching for stuff just like I was. Add trade into the game. If you don't like to kill people, you don't want to kill anyone, but you want to trade your skills. The world could come to an end and the zombie apocalypse hit, but the ability to give something to get something back is still a realistic thing, even at the end of days. Every fucking movie and every game and everything in life and every person who wrote a book has done this. From since the beginning of time, when in caveman days we made fire, this has been a thing. We traded. Trading has been around for thousands of years, almost 10,000 years. Hell, it's probably been around since the beginning of the first ice age, when we traded fur, or we got off woolly mammoths and shit. Trade. 5 ways to do things. This game has 2. I just gave it 3 more. Yeah, screw Daisy. I'm out.